It's the music recording network. Out of the shower to the bedroom, slip on something fresh. From the bedroom to the studio, to react to the best. If your day is blown, we crank to the morn. Make sure your sub is on while we playing your song. And it's gonna be on. We rock 3 channels up here on this YouTube stream, and we always let our subscribers know that they are supreme. Hey, stand by, cause we so fly. React to the beat, cause I'm that guy to move you all night long. Why, I tell you what's happening in this song. Music make me crazy, baby, do it for me louder. Viewers know my cross keep on bumping with the song. I'ma make you sweat until they turn the house lights on. After party at the Music Recording Network. What is up? What is up, y'all? I am burnt out. Give her a thumbs up, man. Miss King, shout out to Miss King. Y'all check this out. You won't believe who's tied to Diddy's sex trafficking case, man. You would not believe all the people. Look at this. Look at this. Will somebody come look at this? Oh man, half of the. Oh my God. You got his son. Then now you got the football player. Oh my God. They keep saying there's a lot of undercover. There's a lot of undercover brothers in the industry. Sports industry. Entertainment industry. The rap industry. I'm talking to y'all like y'all don't know this. The movie industry. God damn, Stevie Jay. Man, Harvey P. Oh my God. Hey, y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, man. So many people that's tied. Dude, they already said it in court, man. 160 celebrities. Celebrities, man. 160. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check out, man. Here we go.
Diddy's trial just cracked open a vault of Hollywood names, from Michael B. Jordan to Prince Harry. Yes, that Prince Harry. The jury selection didn't just screen for bias.
That's who that is on the thumbnail. I kept saying, who that look from the Prince? Jesus.
Cracked open a vault of Hollywood names, from Michael B. Jordan to Prince Harry. Yes, that Prince Harry. The jury selection didn't just screen for bias. It turned into a who's who of celebrity proximity. Now, these names weren't dropped for drama. They were read out loud in a federal courtroom to potential jurors. Not for gossip, but because the prosecution knows Diddy's reach wasn't confined just to music studios and VIP rooms. It ran through every major artery of entertainment, culture, and influence.
God dang,
Let's get
crazy,
one thing absolutely
man.
clear. This isn't just another courtroom circus featuring a celebrity defendant. When a jury pool is handed a list of nearly 200 names to scan for familiarity, that's not a standard trial protocol. That's a cultural expose in real time. This isn't about fans. It's about the powerful inner circle, friends, colleagues, partners, and possibly enablers. This trial isn't just about what Diddy allegedly did. It's about the world that may have protected it. Today, we're going to dive deep into the major names that emerged on the jury selection in Diddy's sex trafficking and racketeering trial, and unpack what those connections could possibly really mean. On May 5th, the jury selection process began in the federal trial against Sean Diddy Combs. This isn't just a defamation lawsuit or tabloid drama. This is a serious RICO case, one tied to alleged sex trafficking, witness intimidation, and organized abuse. As part of the jury screening process, potential jurors were presented with a list of nearly 200 names. This includes musicians, actors, athletes, business people, religious leaders, and even royalty. The stated goal was to determine whether any potential jurors had personal familiarity with any of the individuals who may be referenced in court. But in reality, the list also served as a glaring map of how deep and wide Diddy's influence really goes. This isn't a matter of private behavior. These are federal charges, the kind that take years to build. And at the center of the allegations are claims that Diddy ran an organized system of abuse, control, and trafficking. The core of the case, is about exploitation, not just about individuals, but of the system. Legal system, financial, social. And when you see who's connected to this orbit, you begin to understand why the case feels less like a celebrity scandal and more like a reckoning of Hollywood. Let's be clear. None of the individuals named during the jury selection are necessarily accused of wrongdoing, but their names were included for a reason because they may be referenced or appear in testimony or have connections that raise questions. This is not a guilt by association exercise, but it is a legitimate unpacking of proximity to power and how some of that power may have helped silence victims. Cassie Ventura, and she's just not the first name mentioned. She's the key to the prosecution's narrative. Diddy's former longtime partner. She filed that shocking lawsuit back in 2023 that we all know of, accusing him of physical abuse, sexual coercion, and long-term manipulation. That case was settled, like literally so fast and quietly. Well, they hoped it was quiet. And just in 24 hours, though, the floodgates open. And now with this current trial, Cassie is believed to be victim number one, the central figure around the prosecution in which they're going to build this RICO case. Her allegations are not only detailed by corroborated by others, but also her presence in the case brings weight and credibility that few other witnesses could match. Next, we have Michael B. Jordan, which really...
Wait a minute, but what happened to the victim 3 though? Who... Then she want to act like she all big and bad. Then she gonna disappear. Poof, poof, be gone. You and your lawyer, poof, be gone. The hell wrong with y'all? Jesus. Everybody want to act like they brave. Acting. Everybody want to act like, just be yourself. If you're a little punky, you scared, be a punk and be scared.
And corroborated by others, but also her presence in the case brings weight and credibility that few other witnesses could match. Next, we have Michael B. Jordan, which really shocked me. Now, he was reportedly included in the jury screening due to a 2015 tabloid report about a romantic connection with Cassie. Now, while their date was publicized briefly, it reportedly sparked jealousy and paranoia in Diddy. No allegations linked Jordan to the case beyond that mention, but his inclusion reveals just how tightly Diddy may have monitored Cassie's associations. If Diddy's reaction to her personal life played into the control dynamic, which we've seen, then Michael B. Jordan becomes a minor but telling part of this thing. Kanye West, or as he goes by, is Ye. His inclusion likely stems from his long history of collaboration with Diddy, their social interactions within the celebrity circles, and their shared cultural prominence. Both men were influential figures in hip hop's.
This Kanye head, his head is, he got a screw loose, so his head goes like this. That's what his brain thinking. Kanye, man, you better get your stuff together. I know one thing, Kanye, you better stop talking about people's kids. I don't care if they are something wrong with them and they hiding the kids. You don't have the right to talk about somebody else's kids. You don't do that. I don't care what you do. You can act all stupid if you want. Leave the kids out of here, man. Don't talk about people's kids, man. Or you're going to have to answer to me. You think I'm scared? I'm too old though, man.
History of collaboration with Diddy,
now, y'all.
Their social interactions within the celebrity circles, and their shared cultural prominence. Both men were influential figures in hip hop's business ecosystem. And while no specific incidents connect Kanye to this case, his inclusion underlies how connected Diddy was to the elite and how those connections might be addressed or scrutinized in court. Now, Kid Cudi, and this one gets much darker. It relates to the Michael B. Jordan thing because in Cassie's lawsuit, she alleges that Diddy threatened to blow up Kid Cudi's car after she dated him briefly in 2011. Not long after, a car explosion was reported at Cudi's home. He confirmed the incident. You guys remember that? Now, no one was charged, but the timing and circumstances were never fully addressed. If these events are brought into court, they could paint a picture of Diddy's volatility and his alleged obsession with control. Now, Mike Meyers, yes, the actor from Austin Powers, was reportedly included because Diddy was referenced in a joke in a 2002 film, Goldmember. There's no direct connection, but his inclusion shows the absurd breadth of name recognition involved, and perhaps how attorneys are preemptively over including to cover all of their bases. Now, Don Richard. Now, however, this is...
Wait a minute. I gotta look that up, baby. You can't just skip past that. Wait a minute.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit?
Hold up, you can't just skip past that. She said what now? Wait a minute.
A joke in a 2002 film, Goldmember. There's...
Hold up. I gotta look this up, man. 2002 film. Goldmember. P. Diddy, I guess. P. Diddy and Biggie. Nah. I gotta look this up. Wait a minute, I gotta look this up, man.
The actor from Austin Powers was reportedly included because Diddy was referenced in a joke in a 2002 film, Goldmember. There's no direct connection, but his inclusion shows the absurd breadth of name recognition involved, and perhaps how attorneys are preemptively over including to cover all of their bases. Now, Don Richard. Now, however, this is no laughing matter. A former member of Danity Kane, a girl group created and managed by Diddy, she filed a lawsuit in 2024 accusing him of sexual assault and battery. She also claims to have witnessed Diddy abusing Cassie. Her allegations are not just part of the public discourse. They are legal filings. If she testifies, she may become a pivotal witness corroborating the prosecution's claims of habitual abuse. Michelle Williams, formerly of Destiny's Child. Yes, she was included in the jury list despite no known direct connection to the case. Her inclusion may relate to past professional events, industry affiliations, or social interactions, but it raises the question of what is the context about her connection to Diddy? And it's really, I'm racking my brains, and everyone is trying to figure out how she can be connected. Now, I've also thought about, could Cassie have brought her name into it because of something she witnessed or she was around, or it went around another witnesses saying that a story happened, and so they need to bring her name in? I don't know, but that is one that absolutely surprised me. Lauren London. Now, she's an actress and a partner of the late rapper Nipsey Hussle, and she also appeared on the list. No specific allegations, once again, were tied to her in this case. Her inclusion might again reflect past events, attendance, or indirect proximity, but without further context, her presence on the list completely remains unexplained. Dallas Austin, a prominent music producer and former partner of Kim Porter. That is Diddy's late ex and the mother of 3 of his children. Now, he also appeared on the list. The connection here is likely familial and possibly social. While there are no claims of misconduct on his part, Dallas Austin was around during pivotal moments in Diddy's personal life and may be referenced as part of his background. Now, we know there are claims out there that it was Diddy who actually had his former partner, Kim Porter, killed. We don't have anything to substantiate it, but the circumstances are very, very weird. And if you take a look at it and the evidence that's out there, claims that have been made, witnesses that have talked, or one of her other former partners and father of one of her children had come out and said things about it, that right there should raise alarm bells for Diddy and his entire defense team. Because if they start to bring in those connections, if they're allowed to, that is really going to hurt his case. Harve Pierre, the former president of Bad Boy Records, he's a different story. He was named in a lawsuit alleging that he convinced a plaintiff to travel across state lines where they were allegedly assaulted by Diddy. If true, Pierre could be implicated as a facilitator in the broader network of abuse. His role in Diddy's inner circle is not peripheral. It's operational. Lori Ann Gibson. Now, she's a choreographer known for Making the Band. You guys remember that show with Diddy, Making the Band? That's where Danny D. Kane came from. Well, they filed a complaint back in 2007 alleging Diddy had threatened her. At the time, it was just brushed off as just another outburst in a high-pressure world of reality TV. But now, with a pattern of threatening behavior being laid bare, such historic claims are being reevaluated and resurfaced. Young Miami, Caresha Brownlee, who had a very public relationship with Diddy in recent years. Now, she was named in Rodney Little Rod Jones's lawsuit. The suit alleged that Diddy paid her monthly, and an allegation that she has denied up until this point. Whether these payments occurred or not, the broader implication is that Diddy maintained financial and emotional control over the women in his orbit, even those in consensual relationships. Now, this is important because one key part of Diddy's defense is that everything he did was consensual. All of his free calls, all of the sexual things that he's done, everyone consented. And so with Caresha being the last high known person or celebrity known to be tied to him and in a relationship, well, that raises questions because while it seemed like it was very consensual, she's been a super fan of his, even holding up a sign at an award show where he was thanking Cassie about things. This is years after the relationship. She's already remarried and with her new husband. Well, he's dating different women. Young Miami is one of those women he's dating. She's a rapper. And while he's giving this speech about Cassie, she's holding up this sign, calling him daddy and is celebrating him because he was getting an award. There's a lot to go into that rabbit hole. There's not enough time to dig through all of the controversy surrounding them, but just know she is pivotal and it's going to play into consensual relationships, which, like I said, is a key component of the defense's arguments that they plan to make. Justin Dior Combs. Now, this is Diddy's own son. Well, allegedly. There are some questions because he looks identical to one of Diddy's former bodyguards who actually used to date Kim Porter. And things look a little weird, especially if you put the two of them side by side. And there have been rumors for years that he's not his real son, but we're not here to litigate that. We've got to get into why he was mentioned. Now, he was named in the filings, but not accused of any wrongdoing. However, his inclusion reflects the prosecution's need to contextualize the lifestyle, the people who surrounded Diddy.
Now, you seen this brother, right? The one that gets a splitting image of Diddy. Come on now. One of them don't look like Diddy. Oh, come on, man. And the other one look like Diddy. Why the other one look so much like Diddy? Come on now. This is rocket science. This got to be rocket science over here, right? That's why I keep getting them confused because I didn't even know he was one of his kids. I thought he was a cousin or something. Cousin? What's up, cuz?
Was named in the filings, but not accused of any wrongdoing. However, his inclusion reflects the prosecution's need to contextualize the lifestyle, the people who surrounded Diddy, participated in events, and may even have witnessed behavior relevant to the case. Family or not, these are the details that matter. Now, he also was one of the sons that, if you saw that big raid on Diddy's mansion, he was one of the sons that was walked out, by he got the gun pointed at him, and then he was handcuffed and brought out. Yeah. Again, this is very layered. The whole thing to deal with his son. His son has been accused of things before. They've actually dated the same woman. I believe that happens to be Steve Harvey's daughter or stepdaughter. It's crazy, but
man, it can't get no crazier than this. Steve is a little snake in the grass too. Oops, allegedly. Gotta say allegedly. Steve played the race card too much for me, man. You got too much money and too much power to be playing that race card like you do, man.
As this trial plays out, we will be unrolling and unpacking all of these stories and allegations. Stevie Jay, Stephen Aaron Jordan, another music producer, was allegedly used to lure Rodney Jones into Diddy's circle. According to the suit, Stevie Jay's name and influence were used to form a credibility to bring Jones in. Now, again, he hasn't been accused of abuse, but part of the alleged infrastructure used to trap victims. Now, the allegations that goes with Stevie Jay are pretty deep. They allege that there's been rumors and allegations that him and Diddy actually used to get down with different men. These rumors have been swirling for years. There's other people who have come out and said this absolutely happened. And part of what Little Rod Jones was saying, Little Rod, I'll just call him that, the producer that's suing him in a civil case, that he, with him luring him in, but it wasn't just to meet with females, but it was so that he could, I don't know the better word, clap cheeks with other men. So yeah, that gets wild. Cuba Gooding Jr. Now, he was named in the lawsuit filed by Rodney Jones, Little Rod again. While he is not accused of any wrongdoing right now in connection to Diddy's actions, but if you look at his past legal troubles involving sexual misconduct allegations, well, that can make his mention particularly loaded. The prosecution may anticipate attempts by the defense to call on credibility witnesses and are likely screening for that. So we just have to wait and see. And then there's Prince Harry. Yes, the Duke of Sussex was referenced in Jones's filing, which claimed Diddy's associates somehow gained access to him. While there's no indication that Harry was involved with the freak-offs or even aware, it shows just how expansive and influential Diddy's social network really was, stretching all the way to British royalty. Odell Beckham Jr., the NFL superstar, was an NFL superstar. Well, he was named in Ashley Parham's amended 2025 complaint, which alleges that he was involved in a 2018 sexual assault incident connected to Diddy's events, freak-offs. Now, Beckham has strongly denied all the claims, and he has not been charged. Nonetheless, the inclusion of such a high-profile athlete in the suit adds even more volatility to this already explosive case. Then there's Drewski, the comedian, the internet sensation. Well, he was also named in Parham's complaint. He too has denied the allegations, noting that at the time of the alleged incident, he was not even a public figure yet. His inclusion, though, once again, as scant as it seems, highlights the extent of Diddy's influence. And he's able to pull even YouTube stars or people on social media into his orbit. Like, we don't know how far his tendrils have gone. T.D. Jakes, a once prominent pastor, and I do say once prominent because did you know, about a week ago, former pastor T.D. Jakes stepped down from his church. Now, they said it was because of a medical incident, but a lot of people are finding it strange that it was 2 weeks before Diddy's trial pops off that he suddenly steps down from his mega church. It's so bizarre. Now, does he know things that we don't know? I'm sure he's been questioned because people have been connecting him to Diddy for years. And people have questioned, why would a pastor, a mega pastor, a person who preaches about holiness and all these things, why would he be at Diddy parties? Why would he be so close to Diddy? Something about that relationship seems very strange. Now, there have been allegations against the pastor for years about him being involved in freak-off activities, sometimes with
a bullshit, a bullshit, a bullshit, a bullshit.
We all know that this boy got a little sugar in his tank.
A bullshit.
We all know that this guy,
young boys, we don't have a bizarre. Now, does he know things that we don't know? I'm sure he's been questioned because people have been connecting him to Diddy for years. And people have questioned, why would a pastor, a mega pastor, a person who preaches about holiness and all these things, why would he be at Diddy parties? Why would he be so close to Diddy? Something about that relationship seems very strange. Now, there have been allegations against the pastor for years about him being involved in freak-off activities, sometimes with young boys. We don't have anything to substantiate that. Those are just rumors. But with him being pulled in, it makes you question a lot of this. Now, he was another person that was mentioned by Little Rod. And he claimed that Diddy allegedly planned to use the pastor's name and influence to clean up his public fallout from the Cassie lawsuit. While there are no allegations of wrongdoing, like I said, yet, by the pastor, the notion that religious credibility, I can't speak, could be weaponized in a sex trafficking defense is nothing short of horrifying. Now, also with this, I would say that the connection to Pastor T.D. Jakes opens a whole nother can of worms because there have been other religious figures that he's had close ties to through the years. And you got to wonder why. If he's doing this to anybody and everybody in different spheres of life, Why wouldn't that bleed over to the church? Daphne Joy. Now, she's a model and a former partner, actually the baby mama of 50 Cent. Now, she was named in Little Rod's suit as an alleged sex worker paid by Diddy. She publicly denied the allegations, but the appearance of her name in legal documents shows how blurred the lines are when it comes to Diddy and his relationships with these women. Now, the same accusations have been made about Caresha, about Young Miami, that she was just basically functioning as a paid sex worker. We don't know if it's true, but these allegations are loud. Now, 50 Cent, if you've ever followed him on social media, particularly on Instagram, when all this went down, he was revealing all of this tea about her and accused her of being, like I said, a sex worker, and just coming with receipts and claiming this, that, and the other about their child. He was going to have the child taken away because she was working in this field. I don't know how far that's going to go. I don't know how much of that's going to be brought into this case. But right now, she's just a name mention. We don't know if she's implicated in anything. The true bombshell here is the sheer scale of the list. Nearly 200 names spanning industries, cultures, and even continents. The breadth is not just shocking, it's historic. When it takes this many names just to screen a jury, it tells you this isn't just a legal trial, it's a cultural purge. This case is about more than one man. As I've told you before, it's about the infrastructure, the fame built around him, and the silence it bought. It's about the people who may have not said anything when they could have. The connections here are not accidental. They are part of a system, and that system is now facing a reckoning. So what does this list really tell us? That Diddy wasn't just a music mogul. He was a cultural institution with connections that ran so deep and wide, even seating a jury became an investigation into influence. If this made you pause, if this raised questions you weren't asking before, then good. That's the point. Make sure you guys hit that like button and the subscribe and stick with us because this trial is far from over. It's supposed to last 8 to 10 weeks, and we will be covering every single detail as it comes out. So we'll be doing daily recaps. We'll give you information, explosive information as it happens. We'll even be doing transcripts of the actual court process, of the actual trial, because as you know, or may not know, they cannot stream it. You can't have cameras in the courtroom. So I've got some people on the ground that will be able to give me the information that we need so we can stay up to date. So make sure, like I said, you're subscribed, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of these crazy updates. And with that, I will see you guys on the next one.
Wow. She doing it. She doing it, man. Dude, can you imagine all the 160 celebrities? 160 celebrities. 160 celebrities are going to be called. Then you got the witnesses. Then you got all the stuff Diddy need to call the people and all this stuff. And oh my God. They talking about some months. Dude, 2 years. I'm holding on. I'm gonna keep saying this almost in every video. This trial gonna be 2 years. It's already been 8 months. I'm starting from when they took his tail to that daggone jail and they ain't let him out yet. That's how long he been in jail. That's how long this stuff been going on. Hey, look here, man. I'm gonna get on up out of here. Y'all let me know in the comments below, man. Diddy's trial started when he was trying to get out of jail. Kept going to court trying to make bail. Give him hell. No snails. I can't flow. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell him Mike Cross told you so. Peace out.